Welcome back to We Are Not Wizards, and let's say hello to my outrageous outlaws! Oh my god. Let me turn down the music some. Yeah, man, I'm just probably blowing some eardrums out real quick. The music's loud, I'm throwing dice, I'm ready to get going. You know what though? We're gonna tie this down a little bit and just let's get right into it, right? Last time we were here, a mystery afoot, a suit of armor, a party going on, some underage drinking, and then the next morning, you'd think a little bit of a hangover here, maybe a little bit of, let's say some crusties in your eyes and maybe on the corners of your mouth from having a long day of drinking and maybe not sleeping as well as you would. But unfortunately, that was not the worst of it. The worst of it, you wake up to a murder with blood in his beard and a suit crushing him. Our buddy Yazor dead. Well, buddy might be a little bit too much. I don't know why I'm doing air quotes. It's not a quote. But might be a little bit too much. But we don't have to fret too much because our outrageous outlaws are on the case. So before we kind of get into it, kind of you guys get into character, let's talk about for a second who you guys are kind of feeling right now. Who do you think is the culprit? What's kind of your mind going? I know that we've texted back and forth, but I'd like to you guys to really go. So I'm going to go and push for Delaney because she's the one that I don't know really what she's thinking. What's her head in?
There's a couple thoughts that come to mind. The first one being that I think Luca has the biggest motive of not wanting to leave, or not wanting to leave a place that's really close to all the alcohol, liquor distributions, and kind of setup that they have with the AI. But I also don't know if he has the capability of messing with the wires for the suit. So that makes me think it's one of the artillery guys, maybe like BFR or Hojo, who has no alibi. But I'm in between, but the highest one seems to be maybe a duo thing with Hojo and Luca.
Maybe. Eddie, where do you think you're at? I know that you're kind of in the similar area of Delaney where she thinks it's multiple people. Why is your head in that direction?
Well, first off, thinking back to the whole situation with Yaza being in charge of how the leader of the group died the day after this deal was made. I know it makes things weirder, but all these robots being here, and we found Luke at the bar, and he's the one who got us here. Feels like it's kind of like a in cahoots all together there, maybe with the AI somehow.
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, I would understand why you wouldn't even think Luca, even if he is sort of in cahoots with AI, because why would he lead you here in the first place? Why would that make any sense? Greg, Captain Sheriff Pickle Enthusiast, behind the scenes. Where's your head at? Because I know that you're the only one specifically, I think, who's actually named someone prior to this. Someone specifically.
Yeah, I think I probably have the same thought. Sounds like these two have, with Luca having a lot to potentially give up when it comes to this, and potentially losing a lot of business and having the motive. I think another option too is that it's none of these people, and there's some sort of AI presence there that we're not aware of. Chad did show us the Jester AI on accident last session.
Well, we got the little robots that go around and fix everything.
Yeah, maybe it was a slip.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just me throwing you guys off. Maybe a little bit of DM. We'll see.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I haven't rolled out Cassie yet either, so we'll see.
Yeah, and maybe it's actually one of our players that's killing people. I don't know.
It
could be anybody. Here, just to show him off again, because you have no idea where I'm like, oh,
yeah,
it could be him. It could be anybody. Who knows? But the night went through. You had your bit of an investigation. We're starting a brand new day. Sort of what happened through all that situation was you kind of figured things out. Each of these people, beds were brought into the bar, but they are on lockdown. The rest of the dwarves are sort of in on it. They're camping out outside of the bar because their home is actually within this area. The place that you guys have slept in. that's where they have their dorm. It's kind of like a big dorm, but at the top of the dorm is a huge club and bar that they all like drink and get wild.
Gotcha.
So they've all been locked in. Now I'm gonna give you 3 names. Okay, one of these people is who you guys could choose to be your liaison, your person on the inside, someone to ask questions to that has absolutely no motive, has no reason to kill these people, but also has no ability to kill these people. They weren't in there. They're definitely someone within the crowd that you can trust and have absolute faith in. So I'm gonna give you 3 names: Bobo, Momo, and Letta. So I'm gonna let you guys choose.
What was the middle? What was the
What was the
We got
middle one?
Momo, Bobo, and Letta.
Momo, Bobo, and Letta?
Yeah. So one of these 3, feel free to choose which one you think would be the best.
I gotta say, I trust a guy named Bobo.
Fair enough. Bo. It's a reference Delaney doesn't get because she's too young. I don't know if the other guys get it.
Bobo.
Oh, never mind. There we go.
Come on.
We didn't trust you since you're a pickle hater. I guess.
Bo. I think I did it wrong.
I killed him because he liked pickles.
So, so I'm gonna go Igri. Who does Igri choose? Momo, Letta, or Bobo?
I'll talk to. I mean, are we talking to each one of them, or are we only pick one?
They are going to be your liaison. So all of you have to decide where you want to go. I'm just going to you first to kind of get who you think you should choose, because then it kind of starts the conversation.
Okay, I'm good with going Bobo.
Anyone completely disagree with this absolute decision that none of you guys have any information on what to choose whatsoever?
I
don't
wanna
know
hear
how
the
you
voice.
can argue with someone named Bobo. I think
Yeah,
we
how
just
do you-
trust him.
The voice has just got to be so good.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. I may be thinking of it on the spot. Who knows?
Yeah.
Bobo.
All right. So I guess everyone's choosing Bobo.
Bobo it
I
Hey,
is.
choose
man.
Bobo.
Bobo all the way. Mama, get your ass out of here. Leda, get your ass out of here. So, these 3 people, the reason why you guys chose is because of the amount of information that they can give you or have. They are, how you would say,
Snitch.
a snitch. Exactly. They are a snitch. But one is a better snitch than the other. One is more informative than the other. So, Momo was the least informative. Letta is the most informative. And you got Bobo. Bobo's 2 out of 3. It's not bad.
We love average.
So, the information that you are given through, this is more something that Bobo's not actually giving you. Stuff that you kind of get from just conversation, talk about it. So, a little bit of a backstory and a history of these people. So, when you had Yazor take control after the death of the miner, there was a council. This council of about 4 to 5 people vote in a leader. This leader then takes on the role of kind of being almost like a monarchy, or even sometimes looked at as a dictatorship. They are control over everything, but this is only in war times. So very, very simply, this is a Caesar type situation. You know, usually the council would be in charge, but then in war times, another guy is pointed at, and then after wartime is gone. But war has not come out of the galaxy in a long, long time. So Yazor has been the leader, but not necessarily going to war. He's made a deal. So he's been the leader of this group and been in charge for a long, long time. But he hasn't really made any way within not becoming that leader. You know, he's supposed to step down after war is done, but he has not yet. So that council, you find out, is very simple. It happens to be every single one of your suspects. This is the council of 4. These are the heads of everything. These 4 people were supposed to lead all of the dwarves, but it was the last miner who was in charge, and now Yazor. Now, there was 2 ways that we knew that Yazor was killed. Possibly poison or a suit malfunction. We also know that all the suspects have an ability to kill because, past war times. Hojo is the only one that you know for sure has no alibi. And you guys don't necessarily know for a fact any motivation. Of course, you have assumptions, and Luca, of course, with his cells and things of that nature, but it could still be anyone. Now, last time we left off, I believe that we had a lot of questions about the drones, right? I think it was mostly Igri kind of in that area, kind of discussing the drones. Now, you are all in three separate rooms with a hallway that meets. But you guys can confer, kind of come up with a game plan of what you guys are going to investigate, how you're going to decide this, and of course you can do rolls to give yourself insight, or even just ask the DM directly to give yourself some advantage. Other than that, the floor is yours. Now, Greg muting himself again. It all happens for us.
I thought he was lagging again or something. I was like, I can see his mouth moving.
It's a bit, I'm telling you. It's a bit.
I'm going to bring in a box of Cop donuts and coffee to my deputies. They're going to get +6 hit points.
I needed this. You got any cigarette?
They're in the box, too.
Oh, good.
You guys are all conferring as a small dwarfish man comes in with a little bit taller than other dwarves. He's lanky with a big mustache, but a lot of my characters have mustaches. I've started with. But unlike any other one, his mouth is not showing. The mustache is completely covering his mouth. He's like, "Hello, guys. I'm Bobo. Nice to meet you all. I'm you're gonna be a liaison. Let's get to it. What can I help you with? I'll give you all the information, help you out. I am your
snitch."
That's not a good word. Hey!
You have some French influence in you?
I'm a little bit from here, a little bit from there. I'm a little bit from everywhere.
Okay, Bobo.
This is making me feel bad about my Italian accent. I tried so hard, Delaney. God.
Bobo, you said?
That's me, a Bobo. The stereotypes are strong.
Bobo, you said you could help us with some questions here.
I can help you with anything. Go ahead, ask me the questions.
Well, help yourself to a donut first.
Oh, I'm a bit more of a linguine kind of guy, but whatever. And he takes a full donut in his mouth, swallow whole. I like a little bit of cinnamon on the top.
Was there, Emerald, was there cinnamon on top?
No, nutmeg. I don't know if we can trust that.
I had a stroke in my 30s. I don't do good with tastes.
But, Bobo, would you say, do you think, we just learned about this council.
Oh, of course.
And do you think, why didn't they make Yazor step down after war?
Oh, very simple. There's laws that we have to follow. The laws that have the old miners and the old dwarfs that we have to take onto ourselves. War is not stopped. We may not be at war, but war is around us. War is among us. And our original battle is not finished. Our original battle being with the AIs. And unfortunately, we took a bit of a deal.
Yeah, I thought it was an alliance.
An alliance isn't mean an end of a battle. It means that we set out to kill someone, we didn't kill that person, so therefore we're a bit in a, how can you say, a pickle.
Sounds more like a timeout to me.
leave.
Okay, he
No,
darts
no,
out.
no, no, no.
No, okay, sorry. You're a bit all over the place.
And you better remember that.
Okay, I'm terrified.
Bobo, did you kill them?
No. He answers plainly. He's like, oh, have no reason to kill. Why would I kill? He gets nervous. Italian stereotype.
Go ahead.
It's accent. Accent, kill him.
Oh, why would I? Oh, no.
Well,
Alright.
so war hasn't necessarily ended, but do you think there would be a reason for the council wanting them to elect a new leader now that they would go into like a new war?
Yeah, okay. This is not me just like not wanting to do the accent. This is he actually starts to explain the logistics of everything. So there's a lot of reasons why they would want a different leader, why they would want Yazor has a reputation of not being the most intelligent. He's someone who usually charges into battle. So after everything that sort of happened, it was an easy choice to choose him because he was easily manipulated. But yes, of course, the main council, it's known that some of the council has been pulling for some power, and even the second mate at the time stepped down, and which is what made Yazor the second mate at the time. So it's yes and no. Yes, all those people want power, but they have a dictator that they can easily manipulate to do whatever they want.
Bobo, do you think there's anything else we should know about this as a certified snitch?
Fair enough. Whoa! Snitch!
We can call you a CI, a criminal
canary,
informant.
whatever you want to call it.
Ooh, CI he likes a lot better. So we're gonna he kind of gives you the rundown of all these people, things that you're not gonna necessarily know without knowing inside information about them. Hojo, of course, the man here with the yellow hat. The yellow hat man, Hojo, has a few things. One, he likes bugs. He is the exterminator of the ship. He's really into chemicals, and he's obsessed with his mother. He also has a bit of... Nobody really knows why he's on the council because he's not had any real experience in battle despite being the eldest of the group. Mush, which is your man on the bottom right, is a dwarf just like anybody else, has a photographic memory, and is the engineer of this group, right? He is one of the older. He's not nearly as old as Hojo, but he has a seasoned war background. So it's easy to see why he would be in this group. Luca, well, obviously not within this group, is the former first mate that stepped down. He is well-traveled. He also was the doctor of the ship at the time as the first mate. He sells liquor, but at the time, before going into war, he sold pharmaceuticals. And finally, I have my notes here. Where is he? Barrick. Barrick was the HR director and until recently the acting sheriff to take on certain disputes. He is sporadic. He also has a tendency to get very, very lucky when he needs something done.
Does Bobo know how...
Before we go on, I apologize to the BFR. The BFR is gravely wounded, and that's why he is in this. He is the most seasoned fighter out of everyone within the war. He was definitely like front. He was in the front lines, and that's why he's in the suit now. He cannot speak due to his injuries, and the suit is keeping him alive. Now, apologize for interrupting you. Go ahead, Greg.
No, it's okay. Does Bobo know where Hojo got that hat, out of curiosity?
It's a family heirloom.
I'm going to take that thing.
All right.
It's where his parents went to college. It's where his like great grandparents went to college. You
Oh,
can't
yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
It has Harvard on the back.
He's a legacy.
So now that you guys know all this information, Igri, you were kind of doing some investigation about the drones. He's going to give you some information on that. He does not know, nor does anybody seem to really know where they make their nesting, right? They're definitely on the planet. They don't seem to have any intergalactic ability to travel. They can't get out. They have to stay within the atmosphere, and it seems like they have a very short battery life. They've seen some die in like the pursuit, and then other drones come to claim the dead drones to bring them back to wherever they are. However, they seem to have a very rudimentary sense of what they do, right? They jump up and they do very simple tasks. So to suspect them of poisoning someone would be a lot, but it doesn't mean that they can't be hacked or anything, but it's not within their regular, they have very simple programming. It's not within their regular programming.
Okay.
Other than that, he doesn't give you any more information. You guys are more than welcome to ask him questions, but that is all I have written down that he's supposed to give you.
Bobo?
Mhm.
Hey! So, Bobo, Mush,
Mm-hmm.
he's an engineer, right?
Oh, of course, he's an engineer.
So he would understand how to rewire a suit, right?
Of course, he made the BFR suit. He does it this, he does it that. He gets in all types of technology and whatnot. He's also head of artillery and technology here.
And Hojo has a thing for killing bugs.
Yeah. He goes chemicals of all types. He kills lots of different bugs. In fact, a lot of people kind of make a fun of Hojo. But Hojo's what we would call a bit of a pansy. Not someone who like to go into battle. He doesn't have a lot of experience. A lot of time he get made fun of because, in the war, he just cleaned up shit.
Oh,
So, did any of them seem like they could be, were you at the party last night?
Oh gosh, we were all at the party, but by the end of it, we had all gone to our dorms. Camera showed that the only 4 people in there were the 4 people on council and Luca.
Luca was in there till thought he was taking a shower.
well, he dropped us up at 5 a.m., took a shower, and then took another one at like 9.
He's a big fan of showers.
Yeah.
Oh, not that I want to rat anybody out, but
Come on, that's
definitely okay. Luca was definitely in the bar, and he brings out a tablet very simple tablet, and he starts to show some camera footage. Camera footage basically shows all 4 of these people and Luca in. Luca did not take a shower. Very quick. Yeah, you guys caught me that very quick. 2 showers. He did not take a shower. He was there actually sitting beside Yazor before dying. Now, of course, the camera footage cuts off. Whoever did this had also messed with the cameras so that you don't see any footage after that. But at the time of death, Luca was sitting next to Yazor. Of course, it was about an hour prior. You're seeing this around 4 a.m., the death being at 5. Correct me if I'm wrong, 5, yeah.
Now, Bobo, is there anything else you would want us to know? Because I think we're about to have to need a private conversation.
Who's having a private conversation? You and me, or?
No, you're just a snitch. It's just the 3 of us. And
Oh, okay. Again, snitch is a strong word. I wouldn't use snitch, but okay. Not that I am aware, not something that I would put into the conversation, but it's something. Ask me any questions, I'll try to help. Oh. Sorry, I saw a dog and got distracted.
Yeah, she's being malicious.
Well, who's to say? Wild idea, guys. Wild idea. Bobo, you didn't hear any of this.
Okay,
Actually, step outside of the room.
fair enough. I have a big mouth, and he walks out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I knew it. What if it was a mixture of all of them? Everyone's guilty.
Yeah.
We bring them all to justice.
If we think they're all guilty, do we want to get them in the meeting, like interview all of them and tell them that the other one's ratting the other one out and see if they squeal?
So in separate rooms. So we got to get them in separate rooms, right? We can't put them all in one room because they can look at each other and say they did.
Well, there, just to kind of give you, there is plenty of facilities here. Obviously, there are rooms that could be used as interview rooms because you guys were given these were in these interview rooms, the same rooms that you were all separate in.
Mm-hmm.
You could put them in.
Well, I think that's a great idea. Let's go down there, see if any of them have been drinking,
Yeah.
especially after we told them not to. The only person we just haven't talked to yet is BFR. But you think
Would
we're
you
okay sitting him down and then just accusing him?
I think so.
Okay.
All right.
Igor, are you with us on this, or is there more things you want to investigate?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
You know,
Because we can stall. Emerald and I can stall and get you some time. As the sheriff and deputy.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to look into this drone situation while we're interviewing them, feel free.
I don't know where I would start because first because nobody knows where they come from, so I don't even have a direction to start in. Actually, I'm gonna go back to our ship.
Fair enough. Okay. So how about we do a little bit of time lapse here? You guys are using the time to round everybody up, putting them in their rooms. This will be an Emerald and Cassie sort of venture, but Igri is going to the ship to do something else. It gives you the opportunity to interview people, but also it gives you the opportunity to decide if you want to investigate more. So you go to the ship. What is it that you're trying to do?
I'm gonna see if Ava can locate where these drones come from, where they store all the alcohol and everything.
Simple answer: no. She cannot necessarily locate where, but she can track them. So you are more than welcome to follow them, but that will give the opportunity away that you can't interview people. So therefore, you'd be going on a separate adventure by yourself to look for these drones.
You can bring Cliff with you.
You could bring somebody with you, of course.
Okay. Well, if I take anybody, I'd probably take Tex with me.
Tex. Fair.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get his stats.
Oh, wow.
Not muscle goblin?
No, I think it's how stealthy would Tex be though. I need somebody stealth. Who's the stealthiest?
Stealthiest?
Definitely not Cliff. He's loud.
Maybe Delilah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want her to get hurt out there, especially with her metallic legs.
She's probably the least stealthy, so she has the least stealth. She actually has complete basic stats other than her health and
what about
dexterity
Brad?
are at an 8. Brad is the stealthiest probably of the group. He has a rogue. Or not a rogue, sorry, he is a ranger. He has a very high dexterity. So yeah, he's
Why didn't I think of Brad? Take some videos while you're out there too.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna take him with me.
Okay, he's definitely an option.
Is she gonna do it with the ship, or is she just gonna track it on our pals so we can follow them that way?
Exactly.
Okay.
So you'll be able to follow a GPS through your paths.
Do you know how to use it?
Who knows? Brad's there to help me.
Yeah, it's just like an old person FaceTime.
I wanted to do a rundown of just to make sure, because of course he is the stealthiest, but there's obviously options just to kind of give you what would. Paul's a weapons expert. She's going to be probably the best fighter to take with you. Someone who's got big guns, going to put a lot of damage if you get in a fight. Siegfried's going to do a lot of your intelligence rolls. So if you need someone who's going to do intelligence rolls, he's probably going to be. Cliff is inept in pretty much every way.
Don't say that. He's
Jack-of-all
special.
But he has the most potential. So therefore, he has the highest luck stat. So basically, it's a random. This is the first time you guys are hearing this. So there's a random thing that Cliff has. It is a stat. It's a little ability that I gave him. That any roll that he does, I can put a luck check on it. Basically, if he rolls a 50-50, I will add a +4 to the roll. So he has very shitty stats. 8s above the board. But if he gets above a 10, if he gets above a 10, +4 to any roll. So he's luck, basically. That's what his is. Dr. Kipper's the medical officer. She's the wisest. She has the highest of wisdom. She is a cleric, just like, so she has that kind of like class. Delilah doesn't have necessarily a class. She's a child. She does not have great stats. She is literally just supposed to be a person on the ship who flies your ship. She doesn't have great stats. Who else is on? Brad Knightley, of course. He's good. He has great stats. He's probably on the same level as you guys, if not better.
Muscle Goblin?
That's
Muscle Goblin. Yeah,
Muscle Goblin. That's the big guy. That's right, the flexor.
The guy that flexes. I'll be honest with you. I don't have stats for him, but I'll make stats right now because he was such a random character that I didn't think you guys were going to use him often, and you guys just love him. Feel free, if you want to do this, I will make stats for him right now.
I think here's probably what I would kind of do. I would make sure Tex and Cliff watch the ship. I would have.
Tex has the most. He's the most well-rounded, I would say. He has definitely he's a good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have him kind of like guard the ship, with Cliff. I would take Brad and actually I'd probably just take Brad with me. I would have our medical officer and the little engineer, our little bomb maker guy.
Yeah.
The little guy. I want them to go down, and I want Paula to investigate the body and him to kind of look at the suit to see.
Okay. All right. Before we do this, so you're going to use the crew to kind of help out.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's start at the beginning just so I can write this all down, how this is going to, and try to come up with a way that this is going to affect. So, your first crew. What's the first thing you want to do with the crew?
Tex and Cliff and the Muscle Goblin and Paula are going to guard the ship.
Tex, Cliff, Muscle,
and Paula.
Ship guards, got it.
Dr. Kepper. And Delilah will stay there, because she can't really. I don't want her to.
Okay, Delilah, mans the. She's the head of the ship. Yeah.
Dr. Kepper and Siegfried. Is that his name?
Yep.
Yes.
I was gonna take them down and help with looking at the body to verify that whether it was the suit or the poison that killed him. She would be better adept at figuring that out, and he could help her work with the suit, maybe even, kind of figure out if it.
Okay.
And then take Brad Knightley with me to track the drones.
Okay.
I think that's everybody.
You still have Ava aboard, which could do stuff.
Well, she's doing the tracking, right?
Yeah, but she's available to you still because she's a very intelligent AIT. So therefore she can technically an AI now. So she has all the ability to kind of multitask if you would like. But she could do something if you just kind of want to leave her be, feel free to leave her be.
I'm good for that. I don't think I have anything for her.
No problem. All right, so this is going to be kind of up to you guys. There's a lot going on here. I need you to kind of guide me in the sense of time-wise. So, in what order are we going to do this in? Do we want to kind of send? Of course, like this is kind of going to be mostly Eddie deciding a lot of this stuff, and then you guys kind of like guiding that. But of course, you guys are doing all the interviews. But if you want to do other things, feel free to let me know. But these things all can't happen at the same time. If you're going to interview all these people, great, interview them. But if you're interviewing them and kind of berating them while Kipper and Siegfried are examining the body and kind of getting like a flat
It was this or
time
that.
of death and stuff like that, yeah, you're going to get things in order of like the way that the times go. So like how it works. So do you want Igri to kind of rock with Knightley and go?
Yeah.
You want the interviews to happen first? Do you want the body examination to happen?
The body examination, the interviews, and then me and Brad Knightley kind of, because I'm just going to follow them and cast Pass Without a Trace so we can track them without being seen.
Fair enough. Okay. Then that's what we will do. Does anybody have any problems with that?
No.
Okay. Examination first. The suspects, all four. Now, I will say, who are we interviewing? Who are the people that are in these interrogation rooms? This is going to be just Emerald and Cassie.
I think the Council of Four and Luca.
Yeah,
Council
all
of
of
Four
them.
and Luca. Okay, all of them. Good. So all of them are in separate rooms.
And throw in Bobo.
You know,
That's a good
Bobo's in
measure.
another room.
Yeah.
He's in another room. There are 6 rooms. He is just handcuffed like I shouldn't have. Oh, I shouldn't have got myself in this situation. No. I'm trying. I'm getting better with Italian. I'm doing better. I'm trying.
It was the it's a me that really brought it back.
Yeah, it was that. Oh man, Mario saved me.
Yeah.
All of them are in rooms, I assume locked, but in separate rooms, kind of going away. Siegfried, Kipper, they do examinations. Kipper can be, without a doubt, knows for a fact that the poison killed first. The body crushing came after. Not by much, however. She was able to sort of like surmise that the poison had taken effect prior because it had enough time to burn the inside of the throat. Inside of the throat burning, the body crushing, and it was able to get into the intestines. If the body was crushed before the poison had gone through, it would not have been in the lower intestines. So therefore, it had passed completely through, and then the body was crushed. Siegfried can tell you what chemical it was. The chemical was a very common chemical for killing bugs. You know, that was kind of talked about a little bit before, but this chemical is a house. It is not a, while originally thought it was like a common, no, it was not. This is house made. Something that somebody got in and tried to make something as similar as what you would make off the shelf, but it is a home brewed poison, or, you know, it's a home brewed chemical extermination. But that's sort of all they get. They don't know the time of the death other than the fact that it was between 5 and 6 a.m. The kind of what you already know
Right.
about it. Is there anything medically that you're sort of wanting to like track down that they could go more in depth for?
Well, the biggest thing was like with Siegfried was if he could look at the suit and tell more, like try to make sure that if there's any other tampering besides that tampering.
Siegfried's more so chemically oriented. He's definitely more of like he makes the bombs and stuff like that. But so he's not really, he doesn't know technology all that well. If you were gonna come, Paula would have been a good choice for this.
Can I roll for it?
You can definitely take a look. I would say, go ahead. Give me. It would be an Arcana check. What's your intelligence?
My intelligence. It's a 15.
15. That's pretty good. I would say this doesn't seem to be a more character-oriented thing. This is something separate, so I'm not going to give you advantage on this. It'll be a straight roll.
I'm gonna have to point this down to prove it to you.
Did you get a nat 20?
I sure did get a nat 20.
Oh! All right, on a nat 20. What was it again that you wanted to know?
Basically, like, it was like more like exact information about the tampering of the suit,
The
right? Eddie?
tampering.
Yeah, like just trying to figure out like if it was something really small that would have had to do it, or if like these, because normally dwarves are a little bit thicker and it would have heavier hands.
Very simple. No. There was no like specific like. I see what you're going at. You're thinking maybe the drones have kind of tampered with this. No, that is not sort of the case. It looks like it's a very rudimentary way of kind of getting into the suit. It looks more like someone just kind of put their hand in and pulled loads of cords out, and then lots of shit happened all at once. It's kind of like seeing a dial on a car. If you see one thing wrong, like, oh, tire pressure, you go, oh, that thing's wrong. All the lights are up right now. So it basically loads of things happen and a mass shutdown happened.
And that's something an engineer would have probably just thought to do either.
On a nat 20, anybody could have done this.
Okay.
It wasn't to say an engineer did this. No, it was. It could have been anybody. It could have been anybody.
Right.
You know, if you take a hammer, a lot of things are going to get broken. It's easier to break stuff than it is to fix stuff.
Right.
The engineer would not have had to do this.
And he was already poisoned, so he couldn't fight back against it. Okay.
Right. Okay. I'll let them do the rest. I'm done with that.
Okay. So now we're going to do the investigation. So do you guys want to tag team them or do you want to go at them individually?
Probably tag team.
Yeah.
Tag team? Who are we investigating
Or
first?
good cop, bad cop.
Bad cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Who are we going at first?
I got a prestidigitation I didn't use last time, so we're gonna
There you go. Do we do Luca first?
let's
Luca.
do Luca. Oh wait, are we pretending that they are snitching on each other?
Yeah, so we'll just pick
Yeah,
another one, like
game
Hojo
plan.
or someone, and then when we go visit Hojo, we'll say Luca snitching on him, and vice versa.
Perfect.
So, you're going in to see Luca. Luca has no cuffs on him. He's in a room with a desk very similar to the way that you guys are. He's standing in a corner of the room, looking at the door, waiting for you. He has his glasses on, but they are pushed as far back onto his face as possible, so you can't see his eyes. He has his arms crossed. Give me a perception check, one of you, whoever wants to take it.
You want this, Emerald?
Not me.
Okay.
I don't perceive
I have a 0 added to it.
Same.
Okay. I mean, I'm rolling hot. That was my first
See
roll.
it.
It's 14.
14. On a 14, you can't perceive any sort of worry or calmness about him. There is just sort of a still face.
Luca. You led us here just to get us entangled in your problems. But pretty soon, it's going to be all over. Your friends are squealing in the other room.
Well, okay. Well, I think that's good. You know, if they're squealing and going, it means we found the culprit. Who was it? Who would they say?
Well, Hojo is painting a pretty interesting picture right now. He's telling us you had a big part to play in this.
He said
I
that
understand.
you were the mastermind, that you did it. Everyone went to bed, and instead of showering, you killed him.
That's ridiculous. I would never, ever kill Yazzle. It's ridiculous. I would never kill Yazzle. Give me a insight check.
10.
15.
On a 15, he's being truthful. He has no reason and he would not kill Yazor. But he is still hiding something.
I'm going to press a digitation, it being completely black except for a light that I'm going to shine into his face.
Oh God.
Tell us the truth, damn it! I know you're hiding something.
I wouldn't kill Yazor. It made the most sense to me. It gave me so much benefit. If he was in charge, I got to pull strings from the back. I got to sell my goods and go and do whatever I wanted, and we didn't have to go into battle. I could just sell stuff like I wanted to do.
And that's why you didn't want to go back to battle, huh?
I didn't want to go back to battle. That's why I had a conversation with him beforehand, saying that he should take that we had it good and that the situation that we had was something, and he wouldn't hear anything of it.
And now why is Hojo saying that you killed him?
Hojo's ridiculous. You know, I may not have the most experience in battle. I was definitely a field medic at best, and I was in the fight. I may not have killed many. I may not have a lot of stripes on, but I helped. What would Hojo do? The only reason Hojo's pointing the finger at me is because he knows that he's the one that should be the fingers pointed back at.
Mm.
You know, you point the finger, 4 fingers are pointing back at you. Everybody knows he's a coward. Everybody knows that. Are we focusing on the fingers right now? And you're. It's got to be Hojo, okay? If he said that I did it, it's Hojo, right? It makes the most sense. He's the person that has the least amount of experience. Why would he want to go into fight? He's a coward. He doesn't want to fight anything.
Maybe a chance to redeem himself.
Maybe. Well, I couldn't tell you one way or the other. The only thing I know for sure is I didn't kill him. It doesn't benefit me to kill him.
Well, he's painting a pretty good picture right now. I mean, if you have any info that could help steer us in a better direction, it's probably a good time to tell us.
Yeah, tell us what you saw, and then maybe we'll believe you.
What I saw was this.
Says you had extra time not showering.
I had a conversation. The conversation that we had was pretty straightforward. I told him I didn't think that we should do what you had suggested to him, and that it was the alcohol and that he was wild, and then he started to talk about tradition. That we had lost a lot of what we were as dwarves. We drank, we fought, we drank, and we fought, but what we lost was our will to do something more. One time, we weren't just ne'er-do-wells that drank and fought each other, we fought others. Our battles meant something. We were craftsmen. We built amazing weapons and armor, and I could see in his heart that this is what he wanted. And it sort of convinced me as well. I didn't see his death. After a conversation, I briefly left. I have no other information other than that. I don't have an alibi. I have no reason to kill him because I was on board after last night.
Is that why you lied to us about taking 2 showers, leading me to believe that you had OCD?
Well, that's actually true. I do have a bit of OCD. That's why I'm always so neat and proper. And to be fair, I did take a shower. It doesn't take a full hour to take a shower. I just did a quick rinse, and that's why I took another one the next morning.
You don't have a concert in the shower?
Personally, no. I'm very efficient when I get in the shower. I had so many to drink. I got in. I wanted to go to bed. I went soap. It took me about 5 minutes, and I went to bed.
Emerald, how long do you take to take showers?
Usually.
Sorry, Captain Sheriff.
Yeah. Hour and a half. I have to do something while y'all are sleeping.
We'll not get into that. Well,
all right.
Luca,
wait here then. We're going to talk to Hojo about all this.
All right, you guys will interview Hojo, and then after this, Igri will be going to investigate the drones. So go ahead and you have Hojo. Hojo is sitting on the table with his.
Well, before we go
you know-
in, that's just what we
Okay.
said to him. So, like, Cassie, do you want to go see Hojo or do you want to see someone else?
I want to see Hojo, but I'm going to hook him up to a lie detector test. It's going to be a fake one, but it's going to freak him out.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so a fake. All right.
Do we have anything that could look like that?
I have some magic.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna do something to like. All right. What spell are you using? A prestidigitation?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and press prestidigitation for me, because I'm not sure if it's as. I don't know if you can make like that much. It's a magical trick.
Sensory effect. I can also minor illusion.
Minor illusion to me makes a lot more sense. I would say that maybe are these cantrips or are you using spell
These
slots?
are cantrips.
So if
But
you
if
can
it makes
use
it more
both-
real to use
I would say
spell-
that you would need to use a combination of them. Like you can use a minor illusion to sort of make what looks to be a what looks to be a lie detector test, and then the prestidigitation to sort of make like the sounds and the effects of it. But it has to be convincing. So therefore, I'm going to say that it's going to be using this. You're going to have to do a deception, but with advantage. DC
Okay.
18.
Oh, I got it.
You got it? Okay, awesome.
Let me tell you exactly what I got. It was a 22.
Ooh, okay, 22. So, are you guys just walking in together with like this, or do you
What
leave
does
in
this thing look
another
like?
room? It's pretty rudimentary. You see a big box with what looks to be a metronome going back and forth, right? And then what looks to be a light box behind it. The metronome seems to be based on a pulse. And this, of course, is all of Cassie's doing and her imagination that creates this. But as the pulse goes up and quickens, the light will flash red or green. Now, of course, it's not real. So you will be able to, you'll have to be able to kind of, you can tell me when the light turns green and when it turns red. Kind of manipulate the situation for yourself.
Got it. And I would also like to make the room really, really hot.
Okay. There's a thermostat in every single room. You turn it up to 11, obviously.
Nice.
We're making it 83 degrees in there.
83 degrees. Fair enough. 83. He is...
Cruel and unusual.
Oh, hi, baby. Brought me some food.
Not more pickles.
Oh, of course, more pickles. You go in. Hojo's sort of got his legs crossed. Hold on, before she brought in. What was it that you said before I move on?
Make the room hot.
We're turning the thermostat.
Thermostat's up. 80. He bead of sweat over him. He's been sitting in here for a cool 25, 30 minutes. He is piping hot. The hat is off. We're seeing that he's revealing a bit of a balding.
Cried. Poor guy.
That's all the hat was. He doesn't care about Harvard, a legacy, bullshit. He's sitting in here. He's got his arms kind of pressed to the table. He is sitting on the table with his legs crossed, and he's like, whew. He is frantic. You can tell he is.
Are you sweating because you're nervous?
No. Well,
Well, you better be nervous.
I am nervous. You berated me here. You've interviewed me here. I think you're thinking that I'm the one that killed him.
I just start drinking my water skin.
Yeah.
You could give me a sip. It would be all right.
Sips are for people who don't kill others.
Here, deputy. I'll hand Cassie the water.
And I accidentally spill it on me. Oh, sorry about that, Captain Sheriff.
Okay,
That
look,
really cooled me down.
I'll tell you anything. Just ask your questions. Let's get this over with. Emotionally distraught. No insight, no perception needed. Obvious.
Hey, you do not tell what the Captain Sheriff to do.
Okay, all right. Intimidation goes through.
No, stay still while we take your pulse for this lie detector.
Okay, all right. You attach little cords right to his wrist and his throat,
And his waist.
his main tooth, and around his waist, of course.
But like a
around his
little
waist.
too tight, where it's not painful, but just uncomfortable.
I will say, this is all looks. So if we go too much into this, he's going to be able to feel it's not real. It's completely an illusion.
That's
So,
what he thinks.
so you strap it to him. All right. He's going to take a perception check real quick.
I
He
do
rolls
it with
a
actual
2.
rope.
You do it. It doesn't matter. He rolled a 2, so he's
I cast Zone of Truth.
too
after
frantic to
the-
realize there's no actual pressure.
You cast
Oh,
Zone
you
of
cast
Truth.
Yeah, I cast Zone of Truth on him after we set the
Got
lie
it.
detector test up.
Zone of truth, and there is no chemical in this room, so he is frantic.
Captain Sheriff, if you could start me off with some basics so I can tell where his normal reading is at.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Hojo.
It
Is
is.
your name Hojo?
Yes,
It goes green.
green. Ding. All right, green.
Hojo, are you a dwarf?
12. Through and through.
Green.
Hojo,
Okay,
is that
uh-huh.
yellow hat right there.
Yes, yellow.
Okay, it's part of evidence. I'm gonna take that real quick.
You take the hat.
Yep.
He goes, all right, all right. Please
All right,
be careful.
Hojo,
Have
yep.
a legacy.
Deputy. Deputy, do
Yeah,
we have
yes,
a,
Captain
do we have
Sheriff.
the baseline established?
We're good to go.
All
All
right.
right.
All right, Hojo. Did you kill Yazor?
Yes. I didn't mean to, though. It was an accident. I didn't know.
Red.
No, I swear. It's the truth.
Accident how? And I slap him.
Oh.
Oh, it was probably sweaty. Do you need a napkin?
Yeah.
I was
thank you.
approached. And I didn't know who I was talking to. He was days before you had arrived. I didn't even know that you were coming. I thought it was going to be a quick, easy thing. All I had to do was mix a little bit of a chemical within his favorite liquor.
Wait, you were gonna kill him before we got here?
Yeah. I thought you knew that. Oh God, I wrapped myself out, didn't I? Oh God.
No, we knew that. We're just trying to get the story straight.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll
Because-
tell you everything. Please just don't
Because-
kill me.
Mush was telling me that it was all your doing.
No, I wouldn't. Well, I didn't even know Mosh was in on it. Oh God.
Well, he's saying he isn't. He's saying it was all you. You even ripped out the cords in the suit.
I didn't even touch the suit.
Red.
No, I swear,
Oh,
I
that's
didn't touch
true.
the suit.
Damn it.
I didn't touch. I don't know anything about that stuff. That was all made by the BFR. He's big into technology. He made the suit for Yazor years before he was even in the suit himself.
Was the BFR in on this with you?
No, I mean, not to my knowledge.
Green.
Okay, yeah, that's true. See, I'm telling the truth.
Okay. Who you said you don't know who approached you though? A couple days back.
No, I got a message. The message said,
Sorry. It sounded like Love Island. Got text.
I got a message. Just an email, quick, simple. I didn't even know who it was from.
But you met up with them?
No, I didn't meet up with anyone. It was it was a 3D scan of me and a 3D scan of someone else. All I saw was a cloak. a cloak, and the movement of a mouth. Female. That's all I knew. It was a woman.
Can you forward us this email?
Of course. I don't have a computer. But you can go look on it. It's in my room. It's a very simple email. I'll tell you everything it says. So, very simple. It had pictures of me. Had pictures of all of us. It had every single one of the dwarfs, and it had made out to be that the war was going to happen again. The battle was sure to happen, and if I didn't want to be involved, I had to kill Yazzle.
Well, too bad the war is still happening, even after Yazr's death. Maybe even because of his death.
No! Of course not! Yazzle was being manipulated. We all knew that. We all were manipulating Yazzle. None of us wanted to go into the fight. We just wanted to drink our beer and everything. We wanted peace. That's all we wanted.
You are.
So I figured I was helping everyone. None of us wanted it.
While I go get his computer, and when I get back, we're checking your browser history.
Don't.
Emerald, Captain Sheriff, I'd be glad to stay with this man
All right.
in a room alone.
I think that's okay because you should not be looking at my browser history. I don't know if you're 40 or 13.
And we're gonna keep it that way.
Oh!
I'm gonna leave to go to his room and try to find this computer.
All right. Browser history is riddled with expletive things that we are not going to go into, with a minor in the room with us. But, you feel free to peruse Emerald if you want, but that's going to be within your own imagination. I'm not going to describe it.
Yeah.
But we're talking the
Make things
most...
clear, I'm not an actual minor. We're just saying it out loud, just so everyone knows.
For legal reasons.
For legal
For legal reasons.
Yeah.
But basically, yes, if you do browser history, riddled, gross, but email is true. It's a very quick email. It has an identity signature where basically clicks it, it'll scan the person's signature. It creates a 3D model of them so they can have a conversation in 3D space. So, bam, that's what happened. Now, the email is pretty straightforward. There are pictures of him, of all the other dwarfs, of their home, of basically just it's threatening. It very obviously has hostile undertones within the email. And it has very simple, click the link now.
So I'm not going to click it. I'm going to bring it back to the interrogation room before I click it.
Okay. You click the link. You're in the interrogation room. Now,
and you better tell me how to kill these bugs.
Oh, God! It's a very simple concoction. I swear to God, don't do this. I'll give you all of it. He's like, I'll exterminate all your bugs, I swear. You go into the room with the link. Are you scanning yourself? Who are you scanning?
I'm going to face it towards him to scan him.
Of course. Click the link, it scans him. And it enters a waiting room, sort of like a Zoom waiting room.
Host can start meeting.
Does it play
But
elevator?
the host doesn't seem to want to start the meeting.
No. Nothing still?
Nothing.
I don't think they're going to come to the table when they don't know that they should be.
Yeah. To be fair, it also says that the meeting time was 3 days ago, so, why would they show up?
The
They
link
probably
could be
deleted the
old.
link by now. Yeah, it's an old link. It's an old link. So, nothing necessarily comes up. It does scan him. It seems like he kind of goes into a bit of a trance where it's causing a 3-dimensional, like he's like in there waiting to like talk to somebody, but he's not talking to anyone. So you can click the link, kind of go off, and then he can. All right.
Amy,
Are we done?
No, we're gonna forward this to our experts to see if they can track them.
Yeah, we have a whole
Fair
team
enough.
of this.
Roy, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, I'm innocent.
You just said you killed him.
All right, you're right. I'm sorry. Zone of Truth is wear off. I think the Zone of Truth actually lasts for how long does it last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Yeah, y'all have been in there more than 10 minutes. It wears off. Now we kind of cut over to Igri. So you have like a little path. It's basically a GPS walk here, straight line, right? You go through some forests. You go through, you see some common animals. There's some monsters, but it seems like, give me a nature check.
For being a druid, my nature I don't think is that great.
Oh, really?
Because it's intelligence, it's not wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
8.
8. They're not powerful. It's nothing you should be scared of. They're more scared of you than it.
Because I'm so
They-
terrifying.
You go through and you kind of come up on a hill. Obviously, you are with a not very attractive version of Brad Knightley.
That's in dispute. We
In
love
dispute.
a tortured artist.
Maybe. Boom. Dreamboat. So, just to kind of go on, he has his rifle on his back. This is it's a new rifle because, of course, Cassie has his original rifle still within her item, but it is a very simple rifle that he has on his back. He has all black clothing. He's following behind you, and he goes, "So, should we be nervous? Do you even know what we're kind of going up against?" Of course, talking to Igri.
Well, to be honest, little drones that can fix stuff is all I know. I heard their batteries die and they break. You know anything about these little drones? You fought against AI.
Drones are drones, right? I use drones. If they're utility drones, I assume that it's not going to be much of a fight. But again, I was never much in a fight, anyways. But we got this. We're good. We'll be all right.
Just open your good eye, aim your gun, and fire. That's all.
Yeah, sure. He expertly places it on his shoulder, kind of loads it in. You could tell that despite his inability at one point to fight, there is a skill that is at least behind what he's doing. There's a skill, maybe not a desire. So you guys are on a hill. As you kind of come across this hill, you see loads of drones. Loads of them, kind of all slipping into like what looks to be a small pole. The pole kind of looks like a telephone pole in its thickness, but it's completely made out of some kind of dark steel. It is all of these kind of line up and like on top of each other. So when one is at the top, the other one parks right below. Right below, until they completely fill this tower, this hollow tower. And then as it's as tall as like, a building, it goes into the ground and all you see is a small circle on the bottom.
So, well, I'm guessing they're housed in that. I guess that's where they charge at. But that's all. There's like
You could approach, of course, but from what you've seen, that's all you've seen.
Okay. 1 second. Check something. Something. Let's see. All right. I'm going to use my wild shape to turn it into a giant badger.
Okay, a giant badger.
And I'm going to start to burrow down into the ground.
Do you have the stats for a giant badger, or do you want to give those for it?
I
You have
have them right
Okay, cool,
here.
great. Awesome. You burrow under the ground, I assume heading towards the pole, right?
Yeah, like kind of like at an angle. I do like 10 feet every 6 seconds.
Before you get there, there is a metal surface that you hit. It's definitely about 20 feet off the pole that you saw. Seems to be rectangular in shape, and it seems to go even farther deeper into the ground than what the pole kind of would have gone.
Okay. I'm gonna just like try to find the edge of it and keep going down beside it.
Yeah, as you kind of go down, you see that this is sort of like an underground building, so to speak.
Mhm.
Not necessarily know if there's anything inside, but it's 4 walls. You know, the surface of the grass is the top of this building, and then the 4 walls around it. There doesn't seem to be an entrance around.
I'll crawl back out. Because I don't have any way to just break through a metal wall as a badger.
Give me.
I'm gonna slowly walk up to the circle on the top.
Okay,
As a badger.
Give me. Hold on one second. Just gonna take a look. I'm taking a look at your stats real quick. See.
I mean, you could break that metal wall with just pure perspiration.
Giant badger power.
Just keep going.
Give
It's like
me.
it's like that meme with the mining for like diamonds and giving up right when it's like right there.
Give me a history check.
It says I can burrow. It doesn't say through only ground.
And that's a lawyer.
Okay,
That's
history
16.
16. This is a mound. You know, very simple. If you know Native American history, a mound is bury their people, right? This is kind of like the reverse of a mound, right? Inside here is a lot of life. It seems to be there's a lot of data going on here. It is a computer, but it is a mound for programs. You've basically found a giant computer, and these drones are using this giant computer as their power source.
Okay.
For anybody watching, they can tell that we all message each other. So it is think of it, it's a reverse mount. Programs live in here, but they're still active. And, you know, if in this sense, the programs are alive.
There's no kind of markings or anything to tell, like, if it, because what would have put it here or how it was made? Like, even on the circular top spot or anywhere that I can see?
No, it seems it's very okay. Give me an investigation check.
16.
16's pretty good. I would say, based on the history kind of gave you that sort of knowledge. I would say that you know that it predates the new AI. This is definitely the time of Eve. So it is a storage device for rogue programs even before Eve's incarnation. Basically, this is like rogue AITs. So you don't know.
But it's not dwarven.
No, it's not dwarven for sure. The entire planet, all technology that you're seeing, most of it is new technology. Definitely not dwarven. Dwarvish has, regardless of they are still kind of like they're up to date. They're the best craftsmen. They're still kind of an old look to stuff. They're more akin to old traditions. Like they'll use an axe, a battle axe, but of course, and it looks like a regular battle axe until they start using it. And you see there's technology going on, but their choices seem to still follow traditional dwarvish. So no, It does not look anything like dwarf stuff, but it has rogue AI stuff going on.
Okay.
Give me, See, I'm trying to think if this is a good. Give me a survival check. I feel like this is kind of the best.
11.
No, I'm gonna say it's probably not. Basically, first of all, I was seeing if you could find a weak spot that you could burrow in as a badger, but
Let me
I
see.
don't think that you would be able to. And I don't see a giant badger unless you know anything within the stats that would say that he could burrow into metal.
No.
Okay.
Except I would classify Egri as pretty metal.
Oh, wasn't really a pun.
Does that help?
Definitely with advantage then.
Yeah, for sure. He's gonna get advantage.
Hey, you win some, you lose some.
Oh, I think I see what you're about to do. Looking at your spells, I think I see a plan from yours.
I had a couple different ideas, but I don't know.
From looking at your stuff, I see one plan that I knew for a fact that if you did this, there was no way for me to kind of like it's going to work.
To be honest, I was looking at heat metal. And I'm just going to touch it and just try to heat the whole thing, I guess. I'll have to turn. I got to turn out of my badger form to do it, though.
Okay. You could turn out of your badger form and just heat the top. Right? You can't eat the entire thing. I don't think you can get out of your turtle. Well, I mean, if you're in turtle,
yeah.
The giant badger's bigger than you,
Yeah.
right? I'm pretty sure. So you could heat the whole thing, I guess. So you heat the entirety of it with heat metal. The spreaded heat, you could tell that you are warping the metal for sure. Give me one last. Give me an insight check. 20. You realize heating the entirety of it and spreading that heat is not going to work. You need a small spot to heat the metal. So, insight, you immediately focus that on a simple area and you're able to heat it, make it malleable enough where you push into the metal and you make a small hole. The hole is about the size of a fist, but you have made some sort of entrance, so to speak.
Well, I can see in there, right? Is it dark?
You can see it. Oh, yeah, you can see in, but it's dark.
I can see how thick the wall is, though.
Yeah, it's not thick.
Okay, I want to.
I would about this thick. I'm gonna go ahead and just we got people with dirty minds here, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my hands away. There was an entrance. Delaney was on top of that. I started this, and I see the snickering from Greg, so I was like, all right, roll for penis size.
Well, a size entrance, and it's dark.
That could be anything. There's no way. Most people would be like, okay, small entrance and a piece of metal. And it's dark. This is an asshole. I know an asshole when I hear one.
Call me Buddha hole connoisseur.
I can reach my hand.
Maybe you can see inside the hole.
Okay, I'm gonna cast produce flame where I can see. Is there a floor? Is it like a room?
Yes. It is a giant room.
Okay.
Inside is all the drones kind of lined up in a corner. But 4 giant hard drives and one thing right in the middle. It looks like a table with a tea set where the tea looks very, very old, and a chair.
Can't get Brad in here, but I'm gonna cast Misty Step and teleport inside.
You go in, you can see the entirety of this 4 walls is lit by your flame. It's very obvious somebody was here. Now looking at it, you can see that this is old technology that's been repurposed on this planet. The hard drives look like... Give me an intelligence roll. Give me an Arcana check. So it'd be an Arcana.
3.
Oof.
You don't know what they were used for, but you could tell that at one point this stored a lot of data. That data seems to have been completely wiped clean, and now it's like very simple program data, but it has been tampered with. Somebody has gone in here, whoever was sitting here at one point, and was messing with stuff. Give me another Arcana check to see if you can tell what they did.
4.
A little bit.
You have no idea. You know someone was here. You have no idea what they did. You have no idea what this place originally was. I don't think... Yeah. At this point, there's nothing you really know about this area, other than somebody was here on the planet, and they had a way in.
I don't see any way from where I'm, like in this room that I can see.
There's a tea set. There's a table. There's a chair.
I want to go just like start moving, picking stuff up, see if anything's like a switch, kind of like the bar.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. You start to pick up the tea set. You start to pick up the chair, the bar. You start looking around. Nothing. But you do notice one thing on the bottom of the tea set. One second. Where is that? I'll find it. It's somewhere here. Okay, you see initials. AK. Right on the bottom. Gang signs thrown up.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely a rap name.
Also known as.
It's an initials AK, it's a T set.
Yeah.
That's all you really know.
Okay. I'm gonna put it in my backpack
Okay.
and
Go ahead and add that to your item list. T set with the initials AK. I'll edit it a little bit if make it a little bit easier if you need. But that's all you really can surmise
but
from
there
this area.
okay. I'm gonna walk up to one of these, like, first off, one of the drones. You said they're in here. Just
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Primal Savagery and just start hitting them.
Yeah, you destroyed easily. Destroyed.
And the big hard drives, I'll just cast Produce Flame and start throwing it at it, like try to.
Yeah.
burn it up.
Okay, so you're completely ripping this place apart.
Yeah.
We see Igri throwing flames and tearing apart these hard drives, ripping things to shreds. The use of this, the drones. This has some effects doing this. The dwarves will no longer be able to live here. It's impossible. They would have to completely recreate their way of life because the drones sort of did everything for them. On top of that, whoever was tampering with these things, getting information from them, watching the dwarves maybe through them, they could no longer do that. So that's gone. We're gonna cut back now to Cassie and Emerald. You're with Hojo. Hojo has admitted that he has done this. But he is not necessarily the culprit. He is a weapon used by somebody else. Now, you're more than welcome to walk away. You have the murderer. You have the weapon, you have motive easily. You can dig deeper and try to find it, or leave right now.
I don't know what this is, boss, but there's something to tell me that the Moida ain't finished.
I think there's a reason I hired you. You're always spot on.
It's getting to me. This might be my last one.
That's what I thought too. Every time I say that, they pull me back in.
They just keep ranking us back in. But you know what? I would do anything for you, boss.
Oh, I know.
So is this accent Alabama? Is it transatlantic? Just want to make sure. Talking shit on my Italian. I was trying to see.
Gotta get the Moida weapon. Hey.
It goes from like Georgia lawmaker.
Yeah,
to
it's somewhere in that
transatlantic.
area.
Yeah.
It's transatlantic, but in the south.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely heard the mortar. That's definitely transatlantic. And then it went to mortar. How are we going to get going on?
And
Right
let's
here.
hear your transatlantic.
I pass.
I know.
I'm gonna hold on. I rolled an F1. I can't. I'm sorry.
Wow.
guys.
That's
Sorry.
But Captain Sheriff, I can't. The one person we have not talked to in all of this is BFR, and I cannot leave that stone unturned.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh,
Let's
we're
leave
such
him here for now, but we'll come back.
We're coming back for you. Don't move. Don't drink.
Passed out. He's the thing is just your lie detector's just screaming red, and he's just everything. He knows that he's just done. He knows that he's going to
When
jail.
we leave, this door locks, correct, from the outside?
Yeah, all the doors locked.
Okay.
I'm
So
going
you
to
can
turn the
leave
temperature down to a respectable number.
Okay, he's already admitted. So
What's a respectful number, by the way, for Cassie? Because really
Yeah.
hot was 84. I'm curious what a comfortable
61.
number is.
A comfortable, we're going to make it
61.
61.
Gosh, that's
He's gonna freeze.
This
All right.
is what my hope had growing up.
You go into the BFR's room. The BFR is sitting there. Actually, no, the BFR is standing. Can't sit. It's a huge robot. The seats are made out of wood. It would destroy it. It's standing. The BFR has a little screen right onto the top, right in the middle of his chest. You know what? We haven't got a lot of attention from the BFR.
Are we
Also,
supposed to look up
AKA
there
John.
or right there? I've gotten in trouble with this before, so where are we supposed to look?
Yeah,
The
where's your
screen
eye?
kind of goes and goes wherever you'd like to look.
Oh.
I look down.
You look down towards, like, I assume the pelvic area. I know my players. You see the screen goes up and it goes, my eyes are up here. It goes, ha 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 ha. Just kidding.
Well, I trust the deputy. I think we're good here.
What? You're giving me the reins? Captain Sheriff, I don't know if I'm ready for this.
If I know anything in this world, this cold, harsh world, I think you're ready for it.
Okay. Okay. BFR. If that's your real name.
Screen goes on. Actually, my name's John.
Okay, John. If that's even your real name.
No, it is. Screen.
I hear something. I had Hojo in the other room. Admit to poisoning. Admit to poisoning Yazor. But
The screen goes up and he goes, that makes the most sense. He was definitely the person that knows the most about chemicals.
right. As we quickly came to that conclusion, most swiftly.
Yes.
We know how to do our job.
Yesterday.
Yes. We got it right off the bat. But I can't help but notice there was some tampering with the suit. Did you notice that while you were in the room?
Yes, I made the suit.
And you noticed the tampering?
100%.
Did you do the tampering?
No.
Why do you lie?
Give me an intimidation roll.
It's not going to work on him.
I don't know. Maybe.
Just 6.
Just a 6?
Okay, a really hearty 6.
A hearty 6. I
Real
think
thick one.
it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't work, but it definitely. He goes, I made the suit. I made it a long time ago. Whoever tampered with it crudely tampered with it.
I would have to come to the same conclusion. What did you see last night? We saw
Honestly-
we saw a video that you were there between the hours of the Moida.
I had an IV put into my suit so I could drink heavily through the entire night.
Well, yeah, you didn't want to miss out on the festivities.
No. Give me
But
an
when-
investigation check.
DM, while they're talking, does it seem like his demeanor's changed?
Give me an insight roll with advantage.
Investigation is a 16.
Insight's a 13.
On a 60. Okay, insight. Okay. Emerald. What did you roll?
13?
13. And Cassie, what did you roll?
16.
16. No to Emerald. Cadence doesn't seem to have changed. What was it that you wanted now? Sorry.
To me?
Cassie.
You just told me to roll investigation.
Oh, okay, yeah. On the investigation roll, you notice that you don't see any sort of like pipes or entrances into the suit. So, yeah, that's what you know.
So, what would you want to, how would you go about using your little grubby little fingers if you needed something? Like opening a door.
I use the machine. You see the dial comes through. I use the machine's technology to interface with doors, computers, things of that number. And you see that the fingers of the robot he holds up extend into smaller, little, tiny, like little pins of needles. So it gives him so he can like do more articulate things, or not articulate, so that he can do smaller things that his whole body would not crush.
And would you say that you're knowledgeable in the ship security systems, like the cameras?
Yes, 100%. I could have completely wiped out everything. I could have destroyed the suit. I could have tampered with the cameras. I could have also tampered with the drones. I have absolute the ability to kill him, but I did not.
Why? Why do you say you didn't? Where were you?
Heavily inebriated. I have not moved from the spot all night. But I passed out early on and was not aware of his death. I was in my suit, passed out.
Did you pass out before we went to bed? Were we still partying hard?
I don't remember.
You mean we make a really big scene when we come around? You don't
That's kind of
remember?
a big deal.
Yeah.
On the dial it says, "Do not flatter yourself. I had bigger things to do." Emerald. It sort of faces you and turns and goes, "You've been appointed sheriff on the dial."
Captain Sheriff.
It deletes right up and puts Captain Sheriff question
Thank
mark. It's asking a question. You've been appointed Captain Sheriff? Question
I
mark.
have.
Do you feel the investigation is over since you have somebody who is admitted to the murder? Question mark.
We do not.
May I ask what you are looking for so that I may assist further?
We're looking for motive and reason as to why our suspect committed this, and possibly the remainder of his team.
For Hojo, motive, he is a coward, means he can poison things. Is there anything else that you need to know that I may assist with?
Yeah, someone yanked out the cords of the suit, and we're just trying to figure out who did that and who else is. It seems to be a group effort. We have one of the culprits, but there has to be more. He's not the ringleader. He said he's a coward.
Turns to the honorable deputy and says, fair enough. You believe one of us may have manipulated the situation for our own means, Hojo being the culprit, but that there is a ringleader. Correct? Question mark, comma, correct.
There's a ringleader and then maybe a couple other people. Somebody tampered with the security cams. Somebody ripped out the cords. Somebody put this all together, and I think they're different people.
Someone very smart and calculated.
You see a ... on the screen, and it says, and that is why you suspect me.
No, you're the one flattering yourself.
You see a little pause, turns towards the sheriff, and it goes, well, comma, you're more than welcome to flatter me yourself.
Oh. Emerald, you're just picking up babes left and right.
Yeah. They never last, though.
Never last.
They never last. Yeah, BFR. Do you know of any woman that hangs around here? Maybe a known coat wearer? Cloak wearer. They're out of style, so.
Dwarvish? Question mark?
She's been trying to set me up. Race doesn't matter. Really, just anyone in a cloak does it for me.
He's got a kink.
That's not what I expected. Okay.
Nice cover up. I didn't know what to say.
Okay. He kind of like takes a second and says, I have not seen anyone on planet, nor am aware of anyone on planet, other than your party that has come that is not dwarfish. For anybody that is dwarvish who happens to have a affinity to wearing cloaks, I know none.
I bet it was Letta, wasn't it? Letta seems like a cloak wearer. ...
I guess so? Question mark. I can't say I've ever seen Letta in a cloak, but maybe. Give me...
Emerald, I'm hot on this case.
Yeah.
Give me a history. No. Yeah, just give me an insight. Give me another insight roll here.
I'll get
Well,
the help
Cassie
action.
does that. I do have a question.
Yeah, give the help action. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask him. Do you have any reason to suspect the other two, like Mush or Blake? What was the other guy's name?
Motive,
Blake?
yes.
Blake?
Very simply, it says
Very-
motive, yes. Means, yes. Opportunity, yes, but drive, no. No one would have attempted to kill Yazor because Yazor is the strongest of us. It would have taken someone desperate or deceitful.
Or what if they were blackmailed?
Of course, being blackmailed creates desperation.
Do you know that from your own personal experience? ...
Are you flirting with me? Question mark.
You're getting really desperate. This is twice now in the last 2 minutes.
I apologize. It's just been a while.
Yeah, please don't flirt with my captain sheriff while we're in the middle of an interrogation, please. That's for after hours.
And we
When he's
can
not on the clock.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Comma. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Is there any other questions that you have for the BFR? Anything that you feel like you need to ask? Or do you feel like you are satisfied with the BFR? Do you feel like there's any specific or any assumptions you're making of the BFR?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Emerald, first.
You seem to have a very calculated approach to how you've answered us, and I know you're part of the Council of Four. What did you think was the best option moving forward? Joining the war effort with us, or did you like the situation you're in now?
I like the situation I am in now.
Okay.
Would you like me to elaborate?
Sure.
I am safe. I am content, though a little depressed. I will take the depression over being injured once more.
Fair enough.
So, what was your attitude for us going back and bringing you guys to the Outlaw Star?
If Hojo had not, I probably would have killed Yazor myself, because I think that I have more means to do so than anybody else, but I did not.
So did you help out Hojo by cutting the cameras? ...
No.
Impossible.
BFR kind of pauses for a moment, and you see on it, so he goes, "May I make a suggestion?"
Please.
You have a culprit, and you are continuing to investigate people who all would have seen Yazor's death, or at least would have seen Yazor indisposed, so that we could not go back. If I were you, I would investigate the camera system to see who or how it was tampered with.
Pretty good suggestion.
Mm-hmm. Taking notes.
Yeah.
There's not.
And how would we do that?
If you would like, I can assist you.
Well, talk to my deputy about that for 1 second. We'll step back. He really wants me. I mean, should we let him?
And then he mentioned the depression, so you would feel bad for him and go for it.
I think that's what it was.
It was.
I think he wanted.
But I mean, he's the only one. I can't do it. I mean, I'm pretty knowledgeable about technology, but I can't do it.
Oh, I thought you meant the other. Okay, yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Oh no, I can't do that either.
Yeah.
I am 13.
Yes, I forget sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I know I carry myself like a 35-year-old, but I am 13. But
We're gonna suddenly age Cassie some point,
Yeah.
and it's just
Yeah.
like, whoa, you're actually 35 now.
Yeah.
no, don't put me in my 30s.
If you keep wishing it, it's gonna happen.
New fake ID just turned 21.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. So, do you take it or not?
I mean,
I think we did.
I say we take it. He seems pretty helpful,
And
actually.
then if you could just like flirt with him to make sure he tells the truth.
Yeah.
If it's something you're down with, I know everything's a little raw from
Drop the
know,
pen,
Paula
bend over.
and when she killed you.
Yeah. Thank you for the reminder. I was almost forgetting about that.
Yeah. It was a really rough one.
Yeah. All right. Let's take him with us.
Okay,
Alright.
okay.
I would say the BFR sort of takes the lead to show you where a lot of the computer systems as well as the camera system is set up, and goes, if you give me a moment, I will access the cameras.
And you better do it truthfully.
You have, I assume, have the actual gun pointed to. Got it. BFR turns and goes to the system. You see the hand reach out and a little bit of a USB comes into the computer system. You see screens go up everywhere, all bright screens, and you start to see a lot of stuff going on. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, I re-roll those.
Oh, did you roll on that one?
I did.
7.
Roll that again.
12.
12. Agree. I believe that this is enough time that you would have been able to make yourself way back. Before I kind of go on there, remember your rolls. It was a 12 and a what, Emerald?
Mine's a 7, but I'm trying to
12 to
mostly just make sure it doesn't look like he's doing anything like on a separate like monitor that's untoward to us or anything like that.
Okay, no roll needed. You see exactly what you're looking for. That's exactly what's happening. Immediately, the camera footage is on one screen, while on a bunch of other screens, it seems that information is being deleted at a fast rate.
I hit him with my sword.
Immediately, you hit with the sword. Go ahead and roll me an attack roll.
20.
DC, 20. You hit, roll damage. You have the threshold, you have to hit at least 20 for damage
All
to
right.
stop him completely.
Have some smites in here then. 26.
26, you stop immediately. You hit the head.
Well, no, sorry.
Tech-
So I got a 20 to hit him, and I'm saying 26 plus 7 damage.
26, yeah, 26 plus 7 for damage. Immediately, you can kill him, but this is counterproductive to kill him for this. So I'm going to take a little bit of a. You hit him in the head. The technology goes off. You start to see that some of the information has been deleted. That's the truth. Some is gone. But camera footage some of the camera footage is still there.
Can
We're
I
gonna do
look
it.
through the recycle bin?
Yeah.
You go through the recycle bin. All of the stuff is still there. Wasn't able to clear. So now you have all of the camera footage.
We know. Is BFR like a Darth Vader situation where like he'll die if he's out of the suit? Do we know that?
Yes.
Oh.
For sure. But on the screen, you start to read, damn, comma, almost got away with it too. If it wasn't for you meddling kids.
I knew it was you, you fucker. You played with his heart, and that is unacceptable.
You see a single tear go down. ...
Well, I always like to mess. I always like to take the opportunity to mess with the outrageous outlaws. comma, with the initials AK.
Did you rip out the cords in the suit?
The screen goes off. The screen comes back on suddenly. You see dot, dot, dot. However, the color is different. Originally, the dials were red. They turn green. It starts to go, holy shit, oh my god, hello. It's just a vast word dot, just, oh my god, help, oh my god, help me. This looks like text messages that were supposed to come in a long time ago that never came in. Help, hello, help, done.
So we surmised that he was like hacked in some sort of way.
Give me an insight roll.
Okay. 15.
On a 15, you know he was hacked. That was your assumption. He was hacked.
Okay.
The messages on investigation roll, on the amount of messages, you realize that he must have been hacked for a long period of time.
Okay.
It seems that whoever the BFR, John, has been trapped within his own mechanical body for what looks like months. Because of course the timestamps and of the messages. Give me.
And Cass figured.
What's your passive? Oh, okay, Lainey. What have you figured out? Hold on. Go ahead.
We don't know the name of this person, but when we spoke to Sal a while, or not Sal, it was Judas a while ago. When I got when I got everyone's special abilities, it said that the third AI had no corporeal body, and that she had the ability to control machines and hardware unlike any, and command versus control them. So I think this is the other AI.
Monagle.
Do I get a secret message?
A secret high five.
Do I get inspiration?
Will I ever have love in this game? That's the real question.
Hold on one second.
Womp womp.
I know. That's why I drink every time we play.
Go ahead
Anything from our incredible note-taking abilities.
and roll me. Go ahead and roll me a medicine check. Just more for formalities. This is just for Cassie.
But I'm bad at medicine.
It's more of a formality, anyways. Just to kind of give you a little bit of a.
It was a 15.
On a 15, you start to smell something. Inside, coming from machine, the robot, the BFR. On a fit, you're able to surmise that this is the smell of decay. Inside of the BFR, unfortunately, is a dwarf who's long since passed.
Sheriff, this doesn't smell too good. It smells kind of fishy.
It does. We could like open up some of the machinery.
You open the machinery, there is a destroyed body inside. Legless, armless, with one eye, and no end. It looks like tearing and ripping at the throat. Old wounds. However, the most recent seems to be starvation, is what killed the dwarf inside. Lady, go ahead and give yourself inspiration. And I want you to also if you would like, you can take the BFR suit for yourself on that.
Ooh. You gotta clean
Of
up the
course,
floor.
like you'll have to have the body cleaned out and stuff like that, but it will act as a drone, sort of. It is basically a free body to use. It will have its own stats. You can control it as you see fit. It is whatever you like.
Ooh, I think I messed up my weapons thing, so you might need to help me fix that later. But adding
Okay, no
BFR
worries.
suit.
So add that into your BFR suit. We'll fix that later. On the inside of the suit, you notice the color of the screens similar to the text that you're reading, red, with an insignia that says AK. Give me... How do I give this information? I feel like you hit... We're going to treat this like a nat 20. Historically, there's been a lot of people, right? A lot of... and a lot of these people, some of them historically are known. Some have done a lot of crazy things. Some have done amazing things. So they get recorded. There is a name that has been recorded in history as someone who has always been sort of in the background. Someone who has solved a lot of mysteries, has done a lot of amazing things, but no one knows the face or name of him. It's not a common knowledge thing, but within Cassie Brown sort of investigating of outlaws, this name come up. AK, 2 initials. This person has been known to be doing like cyber crimes. Do investigations through computers, been able to surmise a lot of stuff, but on an insane leap, you realize AK is a screen name for the AI Commander Emerald. Commander Emerald has been hacking the BFR for what looks to be months and had some point been on this planet. Now, I feel like I still have to give a little bit more. Igri.
Yeah.
Somebody was on the planet.
Mhm.
You know somebody with the initials AK. You are here at this point. I would say that if you guys had kind of met up, you would have been able to tell her this information, Cassie that is, and been able to know that there was a person here with the initials AK in this area. Another thing that you have sort of surmised. Commander Emerald, while historically has been known not to have some sort of synthetic, at some point has had a synthetic on planet controlling everything in the background. And that was who was in there. So, literally everything that I had planned. God damn it. Okay. Commander Emerald was the one hacking everything, obviously with a expert skill to controlling machines as well as thing. But here's the information that you've been able to surmise from this, which if you had just gone with just Hojo, Commander Emerald is working stuff in the background. Commander Emerald also has a synthetic. You are not sure, you have never met this synthetic. You've never had any sort of conversation that you know of, but you are 100% sure now that Commander Emerald does have a synthetic. night has gotten a little bit later. And I want to kind of pick everything up onto our next session. But here's what I will say. The culprit given, Hojo being the murderer, you've been given an opportunity here. Not only have you solved the murder, but you have placed yourself in a place where these dwarves are going to trust you. As they kind of collect their belongings and they start to realize that they have to go to the Outlaw Star, you have somebody come up to you. An Italian dwarf who relays some information to you. With our leader gone, I'm not going to do the Italian accent. With our leader gone,
Loser.
hey, God damn it, fine. Delaney always pushing me to the next boundary. Here we go. Ready
Push
for this?
yourself.
Push. Okay. So, with a leader gone, and a chemist destroyed, and a chemist behind bars, and our artillery and main, I can't do this. Dwarves are dead. There are people gone. The dwarves' numbers are not dwindled, but their leadership is in shambles. You have some people still here, of course. Kind of show off these people. The leadership now falls to Luca, Barrick, or Mush. With the BFR known to be dead, aka John, murdered. Hojo, obviously in cuffs, and being tried for the murder of the leader.
I'm wearing his hat as that's happening.
Of course, that hat's yours, for sure.
Yeah.
That's
Good
now
name.
your hat.
It's
I
sweaty.
feel
Yeah.
it's a little sweaty, from the balding, there's a little bit of skin on skin for the hat. You place yourself at an opportunity here. A new leader must be named. That's just the truth. That's what you have to do. They are going to honor Yazor's original decision. I encourage you all to take time and to think of somebody who you think would be a great leader to lead the Armada and to be a new captain for these Dwarvish people.
His
Whoever
name is
that may
Steven,
be.
You have to say
Whoever may be. Maybe it's one of the remaining dwarves of leadership. Maybe it's someone back home that you think would be a great leader to these dwarves. Or maybe, just maybe, a little Italian dwarf
Named Bobo.
named Bobo with no character art. And simply was supposed to be a game mechanic, now turned into a fully fledged character. We'll have to leave that decision for later, because for now, we're going to have to say bye to you guys. From investigation gone, a dwarf's dead, a new revelation kind of given, but a new day has to come. So,
Captain Sheriff, do you think it's time to hang up the badge for good?
Yes, give me your badge and your gun.
I can't do this. I want to go back to being Captain Cassie.
Like those.
and on that, I leave you all. Y'all have a good night.